A very good morning to everybody present here. Respected Shri K.K. Sharma, Chief Secretary, Government of Delhi. Shri Rajendra Kumar Kataria, Vice President, ASRTU and MD, KSRTC. Mr. Ram Shekhar, Executive Director, DIMS, and also the co-host of today's event. I am very thankful, grateful to DIMS that they have hosted today's event and have gone out of their way to ensure all the arrangements are made properly and everybody is very comfortable. Mr. Jerome Purbe, who's Head of Policy and Outreach, UITP Brussels. Mr. Purbe is visiting India for the first time, and he has traveled all the way from Brussels, reached at 3 a.m. this morning, and he is nice and bright present in the conference today. This shows the commitment of UITP and UITP headquarters at Brussels towards India, and the importance that UITP is today attaching to India and the work of UITP in India. All the senior executives from different STUs, delegates, friends from the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. As head of UITP India, it is indeed my pleasure to once again welcome you all to this conference. It's a two-day conference that is going to be focused only on the bus sector. This is the second of such conference that we are organizing in India, and the focus is on sustainable mobility and smart transport solutions. UITP is, you would all know, in fact, we have all been talking about it. It's a global organization. It's focused on advocacy towards sustainable transport and public mobility. UITP has been there for many years, and in fact, even in India, the first UITP office was opened in the year 2008. It's headquartered in Bangalore. In fact, it's our privilege that the headquarters of UITP India liaison office is in Bangalore in BMTC. However, from 2008 till recently, the activities were only focused on a couple of things. Looking at the importance of India and the importance of public transport in India, the way India is transforming today with a very high rate of urbanization, a lot of focus on mobility, UITP decided to elevate the liaison office and convert it into India Board. So in the year 2014, the board was established, and thereafter the activities of UITP in India have been increasing day on day. In fact, over the last 1.5 years, a number of events have been organized by UITP. The board, which consists of very eminent members from across the nation, from across various modes of public transport, it has ASRTU as one of its members, KSRTC is a member, DIMS is a member. Then we have members from Chennai Metro, Delhi Metro. We also have people from the academia, like CEPT is a member on the board of UITP. We have some industry partners as well. So the board has been constituted in such a way that all the modes of public transport and all the regions within India are kind of represented on the board. And the activities which have been taken up by the board in the last 2 years have been quite diverse. The board started out with setting different sector-specific groups. We have 5 groups which are focusing, one group on bus transport, we have a taxi group, we have a metro group. Then we have a group which is focusing only on technology solutions, and another group which is focusing on advocacy. All these groups have been working very actively. They have their own team of players in that group, and they have been working on various solutions. They have been doing research, coming out with policy papers, and advising government as well as ASRTU, which is one of the biggest organizations in the domain of public transport, on various issues where public transport can be improved in India. UITP has also organized many seminars in the last 2 years. One of such seminars was also organized in Bangalore. It was basically on intelligent transport system and use of technology. In fact, that seminar was very, very well attended, and a lot of people found very useful inputs to take away from that seminar. In fact, many of the STUs have continued their association with the UITP representatives who were present from across the globe in that seminar and have been in touch to get better solutions for their STUs. We also did a taxi seminar in Mumbai last year. As you all know, the taxi sector is also changing very fast in India. In fact, if say about 2 years back, somebody would have spoken of, booking a taxi on your mobile and having the taxi at your doorstep in 5 minutes, it would have been something that you would not have believed. And not doing any money transaction, no cash transaction, just sitting in the cab and just moving out of the cab. This was something which was not at all, nobody thought of it. In fact, if you compare it even to other countries across the world where the taxi sector is well developed, the penetration of technology in India in the taxi sector is much higher compared to many of the Western countries also. So we are also looking at having other modes of transport, which is metro, taxi, also contribute to ensure that public transport as a whole is encouraged. The idea is not just buses, but also other modes of transport are also promoted. But of course, as Mr. Kataria also said, in India, bus sector forms the backbone of public transport. No matter how many metro networks we have, no matter how many taxi operators we have, buses will always be the mainstay, and bulk of the people would be using the buses. So the focus of UITP in India is also on the bus sector, and with the presence of ASRTU as a member of UITP, I'm sure bus sector will always get the prominence. In addition to various seminars, we are also this year planning to organize some training programs. In fact, we are proposing to have 4 training programs in the bus sector and 1 training program for the metro sector. The advantage of UITP conducted training programs is that we bring international expertise and we bring international experience which can be shared by, which is shared with the members who attend the training programs. While I would agree that it's not easy to directly transport what has been done in the West into Indian context, but there is no reason why we should reinvent the wheel. There are a lot of learnings which can be taken from other countries, especially from European countries, and UITP is most prominent in Europe and Latin America. From those countries, we can take their learnings and those can be adopted. So these training programs would be a new kind of thing that we are starting. We have done 1 or 2 training programs earlier, but this year we intend to do a lot of them. And in fact, all the members who are present here, all the delegates who are here from various STUs especially, I would like to request them that they can, if they have any suggestions on what is their requirement for training, it would be a very good input for us to tailor our training programs as per the requirements of the members. We also come out with a newsletter every month. The newsletter basically captures all the important highlights and developments which have happened in the transport sector in that month. The newsletter, I am proud to share this with you, that it is circulated among 50,000 people across the globe. And there is a regular readership for that newsletter. I also invite all of you to share your articles as well as any updates that you would like us to carry across the world, in the sense share it with the world, wherever India is doing something good in public transport. We also, as I said, would like to focus on research in India. UITP historically has been focusing on research only which is specific to European and Latin American issues, but we would now like to have a lot of research which is India-centric or at least Asia-centric. So for that again, we have taken up, especially the bus sector, the bus subgroup has suggested a couple of issues on which research is being done, and we not only bring a lot of experience from the other countries, but also try to study what is there, what are the discrepancies, what are the differences within states, because in India, public transport or bus transport is actually a state subject. So every state has a different policy on how they are handling this issue. So it's also very important that there are some nodal agencies which are working at a pan-India level, which bring out these differences and propose something which is common and is also for the benefit of all the STUs. So on research, again, I would request that if you have anything specific that you would like UITP to take up, we would be very glad to do that for you. Today's seminar, as Mr. Ramshekhar said, is definitely only focused on the bus sector. A lot of things are going to be discussed both on the technology front as well as on the policy front. I hope that all of you would benefit from this today's seminar, and you would feel positively enriched at the end of the day. I wish all the best to the people who have organized, and hope that everybody finds the seminar very useful. Thank you.